Music. It's just around 10 days now and we will have our question answered whether young defeats old but experienced, with a Netflix documentary about to be released about all that was going on in the background between Jake and Mike's fight. There's a lot happening that we don't know yet, but one of the happenings is an interesting training and sparring session between Mike and Holyfield, and not just that, these two are even planning to get back at it in a real fight in the ring that was the best we've seen him yet. For Holyfield, training never really stops. At 62 years old, he looks more like someone in his prime than someone who retired long ago. The man's got six-pack abs, lean muscles, and enough energy to go rounds with someone half his age, and now teaming up with Tyson, he's proving that he's still got the hunger for the ring. But why Tyson of all people? That's where the story gets music interesting. Fans might remember that Holyfield and Tyson weren't always training buddies. They fought twice back in the day, and those were no ordinary fights. Their rivalry was intense, with Holyfield beat Tyson both times. One of those fights is especially famous or infamous because Tyson in a shocking moment bit Holyfield's ear. David, can you tell me you sorry please? I'm sorry Mike, like you mean it? Sorry, I felt that. Come on Evander, what do you say? No. Despite that bizarre chapter, these two have found a level of respect for each other in recent days, and now decades later they're in the same gym pushing each other and sharing tips ahead of Mike's fight with Jake. Holyfield even posted his training sessions online and fans went wild. He even used Snoop Dogg's song The Shiznit in his post, which actually mentions Field in the lyrics. Talk about bringing back memories. I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this, but you know he going to be a lot quicker if he stay close to Mike. If he stay close to Mike, then his chance of winning going to be great. But he tried to stay back for Mike with that single post. He brought up all the excitement for a potential third fight with Tyson. Comments poured in with fans begging to see these two legends go head to head one last time, and who wouldn't want to see it? Holyfield versus Tyson has a magic to it, something special that no other rivalry in boxing can match. But as exciting as it is to imagine a third fight, some fans are worried too. They remember Holyfield's recent bout with Tor Belford where he suffered a TKO. It wasn't his finest moment and people started wondering if he could still handle the pressure. Have you watched Holyfield's last fights? One fan questioned, concerned about whether he should even be back in the ring, but others are confident in Holyfield's skill, reminding everyone that he's a technical genius in the ring. And then there's Tyson, still a force to be reckoned with. Tyson isn't just training casually. Even at 58, he's showing us he's still got that raw power and fierce focus that once made him the baddest man on the planet. He's been open about the fact that his power is something he was born with. He calls it a gift from God, but that's not the whole story. Tyson's power didn't just come naturally. According to him, he worked on it, perfected it, and made it his signature. Nice, come on, punch him. Yeah. In an interview with GQ Sports, Tyson revealed some of the secrets to his legendary knockout power. I think I was born that way, Tyson said, but he didn't stop there. His trainer, the legendary Caus D'Amato, taught him something more. Caus had Tyson repeating movements punch after punch with an intensity that most fighters couldn't handle. He drilled into Tyson's mind to punch with bad intentions, to aim not just at his opponent but through them. You don't think Tyson is a serious opponent for music him? Come on, 61. I love. I saw him the other day. I love Tyson. I told him he can punch. Of course he's got a puncher's chance. The first 3 rounds I'm a little scared of Tyson getting hurt after the. Tyson said it was the kind of fierce aggressive mindset that turned his punches into something ferocious. Try and punch through your opponent, not at him, he said, recalling CS's words, and that's exactly what Tyson did, and that's exactly what he will do to Jake. Something even Evander Holyfield admitted to after their training sessions. Look, like I've been saying, this is still Tyson. It's a big moment to be with him, and it will be bigger on November 15th. But again, Jake is not ready for what's coming. We all have seen Tyson's recent training videos, and if we're being honest, most of us are shocked at how fast and powerful he still is. Yes sir, that's the one. Jake Paul, who's been building up a decent record, may be in for a surprise if he thinks Tyson has lost his edge. But while that fight is said to be the biggest event, there's an even more interesting story behind the fight. Tyson and Holyfield, after training together, might be planning to fight each other again. Holyfield has made it clear that he'd love a third fight with Tyson, a chance to settle things once and for all. For him, it's unfinished business, a story that needs one final chapter. Tyson, on the other hand, has been more mysterious about it. He hasn't confirmed anything yet, but the fact that their training together has brought around some hope. It's almost as if they're preparing, getting back into the rhythm, gearing up for something big. I just want everybody to know, the fight is on with me and Holyfield is a humble man, I know that, and he's a man of God, but I'm God's man, and I'm going to be successful. May 29th. While the idea of Holyfield and Tyson fighting again has sparked excitement, there's still a lot of respect between them. T has been vocal about his admiration for Holyfield's skill, and Holyfield has acknowledged Tyson's power. There's no denying that Tyson's punch is still a lethal weapon even after all these years. However, as much as people are excited for this fight, there are those still throwing criticism at Mike for accepting this fight, and this has even left Mike in tears, saying he wouldn't wish his life on anyone. It was just too much. Yeah, I don't wish that on no one, really. I don't wish that. No, I don't wish my life on no one, just as A hole is a hoe. Yet in an emotional chat with Andre Ward, Mike Tyson revealed a side of himself few ever see. This wasn't Tyson, the fierce fighter who once struck fear into his opponents. It wasn't the baddest man on the planet persona. This was Tyson stripped down, raw and vulnerable. At 58 he's still in the spotlight, yet he carries a past that's as heavy as any championship belt he's won. Ward's question was simple but deep. Has your life ever felt like too much? Tyson's response unexpectedly honest. With tears in his eyes he looked at Ward and said, "I don't wish my life on anyone. I don't wish that on nobody." Tyson, for all his fame, all his glory, wasn't talking about victories or titles. He was talking about a lifetime of battles both inside and outside the ring that left scars you can't always see. His life has been a journey, would want to take one, filled with highs that most people only dream of and lows that few could ever handle. Hook was good for today. I ate you sure yummy you ___ sure. You sure ___ with me. This is the side of Tyson that fans sometimes forget. He's more than the man who demolished opponents in seconds. He's the kid who grew up on the rough streets of Brownsville, Brooklyn. He's the man who's faced prison, public screw addiction, and the demons that fame can unleash. Sure, he's had his share of controversies, from that infamous ear-biting incident with Evander Holyfield to a battle with substance abuse he's even admitted to doing weed before his exhibition match with Roy Jones Jr. in 2020. Tyson's life has been anything but smooth, and he's the first to admit he's made mistakes, but that's the cost of the life he's lived, a life he wouldn't wish on anyone. Yet here he is once again preparing for a fight that's got everyone criticizing him. On one side, some are thrilled, seeing this as another chance for Tyson to cement his legendary status. On the other, some question whether Tyson at nearly 60 should step into the ring with someone who's in their prime, someone who's young, fast and hungry. Tyson's health, his age has passed, they all come into question, and it stirred up a lot of debate. But to T, Tyson, age is just a number, a label. Others, Ed, you're asking the wrong guy. I'm a hardcore boxing fan. He's one of my heroes. I find it very sad, but it's a big event. I understand people are going to watch it, and it's entertainment, I guess. But for someone that idolized the guy growing up, you're not the best. He's 58 years. He dismisses the idea that he's 58, almost laughing at the thought. I don't think I'm 58. Do you think I feel 58 when I'm fighting these young guys in the gym? Tyson doesn't train with other retired fighters taking it easy on the gloves. No, he trains with the young bucks, the fighters still in their 20s, the ones with something to prove. And Tyson's answer to that, I'm bashing them back. He's out there swinging, sparring, fighting, showing that age hasn't dulled his instincts or his power. People who are out there saying we think Mike's too old for this fight, tell them what you think about that. If you think I'm too old for this fight, you need to come tell me in my faith. Whoa, he even calls himself a different species of human being. For Tyson, this isn't just a comeback, it's his way of showing the world and himself that he's still got it. He's a warrior at heart, and the ring is where he feels alive. While some might see this upcoming fight as a risk, Tyson sees it as a chance. Age, health, doubts, none of it matters. Tyson believes he's ready, and when he talks about facing Paul, his confidence is electrifying. It's the same Tyson who once left opponents trembling, the same Tyson who could end a fight in a single round. To him, Paul should be able to handle